Hello, my name's Julie Young, and this is my husband Reggie Young. We just wanted to tell you our story about our son Colson, who's 2 years old right now. Back in January of this year, he was diagnosed with a brain tumor, ependymoma, and they were able to remove it at Cook's Children's in Fort Worth. We then came here to meet with the Proton Center to see what options they had for us to whether they could do the focal radiation on him or not, and he was a candidate for it. We went home, and I think it took probably a couple weeks before we got to come back again, and we started treatment. When was it?
Like mid-February.
Mid-February, and we came back for 6.5 weeks worth of treatment, and everything went great. Colson did not have any of the side effects that they had warned us about. He did not get tired. He did not lose his appetite. Matter of fact, he gained 5 pounds while we were here.
We chose proton radiation simply because we laid it all out on the table and looked at conventional time, which is photon versus the proton. We went and met with the photon radiation people in Fort Worth and discovered that side effects were potentially to be a lot greater later in life, simply because the radiation beams were going to enter and exit his head. And when we compared it to the proton radiation that enters the head, does its job and then stops. It does not continue through the rest of the brain.
Plus, when we met with the people in Fort Worth to have the photon radiation, if we had done that, we actually then would have had to met with an endocrinologist, because now the beam would have potentially been going into areas where the thyroid and the pituitary gland and several other things are that, by doing the proton radiation, we completely eliminated having to even deal with a doctor on that level. While we were here, we spent a lot of time trying to go to the zoos and going to the museums, and we stayed at the Ronald McDonald House, and they're really awesome about giving you free tickets to go different places and stuff. And I'm sure if you check around, you can probably find discounts and things if money's an issue. But it's just so important that you don't just come to the Proton Center and then go back to wherever you're staying and just sit, because for one thing, time's going to pass by so slow, and then second of all, your children are going to be feeding off of that. They're going to be seeing that you're down in the dumps, and so if you're down in the dumps about it, they're going to be down about it, and you want to be able to lift them up. This can be a good experience if you make it a good experience. We have just a really special place in our heart for Houston. We actually got to come back about a month ago and meet with some families that we had met when we were down here in Houston, and just to be able to see them again was just awesome. You can have a connection with people here that you would not have with anybody else ever.
He's doing phenomenal. He's got a little bit of a balance issue. We don't think that was caused by the proton radiation. That had to do with the surgery itself. It might have something to do with the fact that he had 2 sets of tubes, a lot of fluid in his ears prior to us finding out his diagnosis. So other than that, he's perfect.
And I just want to really encourage parents out there that are dealing with this that, don't give up hope. Your child may seem like they're really sick when you're going through this right now, and Colson seemed like he was really sick, and we didn't know how he was going to do, and we had concerns about whether his balance was going to get better, whether his speech was going to get better. But all these things have actually, he's already been discharged from physical therapy, he's been discharged from occupational therapy, and it's only been 10 months since they even removed the tumor. He's doing so well, and there is hope, and so have hope, because they can and they will get better. And also, I just can't stress once again how important it is to be able to just reach out to meet other people. You never know when you're going to be an encouragement to somebody else, or when they're going to be able to encourage you, to lift you up. But if you don't take that opportunity to try to meet with people, then you may be passing up on an opportunity that could be a great one.